We are playing Era 1. I have played this a little bit, but since you can't, unfortunately, save, I kept having to redo it. The first time I didn't even understand what to do. It has a lot of complex things to it, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own. But it's not like it's impossible. You start out with basically just a ship body.
This is Commander James Caron.
And there seems to be, there's a lot of things you can do with it, which is cool.
We have arrived in the designated area.
On your command.
All systems are receiving power. Navigation systems are online. Fleet Command is standing by, and the command center is fully operational. The surrounding area is unknown. We need to establish a base and begin gathering nearby resources. Order the resource collectors to mine the nearby asteroids. We need to check if the drilling and harvesting system is working properly.
So, first thing to first, let's start building stuff. So the first thing we want to do is just put an engine on it.
Building underway.
Second thing we want to do is do that. And then we want to do that. There you go. But that handles the most basic stuff. Building ship, adding more power, and that. Now I might have to also build a hub. We'll find out. Did it kill my dude? It killed my dude! Okay, so we know where you are.
It is
We
necessary
know
to
where you
eliminate
are.
the enemy's fortified resource extraction outpost
Of course, yeah.
because it represents an important supply point. If destroyed, the production of enemy ships will decrease.
I have tons of resources. But apparently I don't like to... Oh, because of the crew? Well, at least I'm getting those guys out.
Enemy down.
Oh, shit. The eclipse.
The solar panels are occluded and not collecting energy. Make sure they are directed towards the light.
I knew that was gonna happen. I must say, my guys are really sucky at shooting down stuff. I have so much firepower.
Research completed.
Target destroyed.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Cool.
Light mech gun. Ready.
Some more crew quarter. That will surely help. And then I'm gonna finally get that turret done.
A new wave of enemies moving
Alright, here's
towards
the next
your
wave.
ships has been intercepted.
Research completed.
But that one is firing.
Waiting orders.
That one is firing missiles like crazy.
It's not an option.
Oh yeah, look at all those missiles. Oh man. Nice. So am I finally building this stuff? Oh yeah, the reactor is coming online.
Mayday!
Nuclear power reactor. Constructed. Maximum energy production increased.
So we are losing some people.
One more kill.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
So I now have nuclear energy. Oh, look at that. Lots of energy. Perfect. How much energy do I have? I have an income of 10 from that.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Oh god, that really is. So that one is almost looted. Still have that one. Oh, I see. That's how many kills it's
Ready,
done.
Commander.
Research completed. The required research score threshold has been reached, and it is now possible to upgrade the research center to the next level.
Oh. How do I upgrade that to the next? Is that turn technology era? Okay.
Research underway.
Oh. That really takes
The
your energy.
production level is critical. We will soon reach the maximum threshold. Research completed.
A new wave of enemies moving towards your ships has been intercepted.
And there they are. It's a pretty big wave. I think I built everything.
Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
You're next to fall. Surrender is not an option.
What else can I build?
Target destroyed.
Yeah,
Building
there you go.
underway.
Got one. You're next to fall. You can't escape our wrath.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class. 1. Command bridge under attack.
I wonder if I should also do another repair facility. I probably should do another repair facility. Because they are coming.
Enemy down.
Sensor tower constructed. A new pilot has been promoted.
Oh man, he almost ran my dudes.
One more kill.
Surrender is not an option. You're next to fall.
Enemy down. Target destroyed.
One more kill.
A new pilot has been
They aren't
promoted.
getting smacked by my heavy ships, though. That's for sure.
Acknowledged.
I am moving ever so slowly. I do want to figure out what it is for me to...
By. Acknowledged.
A new wave of enemies moving.
Yeah,
towards
here
your
comes
ships
another
has been
wave.
Intercepted.
Just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Amazing. Same still station.
Research halted.
Just decide
The
like,
resources
we're going to
at our
build bigger and bigger
disposal
and
are
bigger.
depleted. Gather more. Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
Yeah.
Command center. Understood.
One more kill.
Kinetic turret constructed.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Prepare for annihilation. Surrender is not an option.
Heavy facility under attack. Light facility under attack.
Enemy down.
One more kill.
Target destroyed.
One more kill.
Got one.
One more kill.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Slow down.
I'm ready for action. Acknowledged.
Man, that is a slow ship, that's for sure.
Research completed.
No question about it.
I'm ready for action. Research completed. Ready? On your command. Acknowledged.
There we go.
Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna lose that one. I'm too far away with this guy. He has all the repair. He has all the repair facilities and everything. I just kind of ran out of time.
Down.
Oh yeah.
Skirmisher lost.
A new wave of enemies moving towards
Oh.
your ships has been intercepted.
And then another damn wave coming. The odd thing is that the waves are coming from a different range compared to the actual station.
A new pilot has been promoted to the leader class.
Well, I did blow something up.
Help.
Bow down. Target destroyed.
Yeah. They destroyed my big ships. Not
A new pilot
as
has been
easy.
promoted. He will
So
lead the class. Assault warship lost.
I should have just mined this stuff out too. Like park my guy here and just mine these areas and build up a bigger, faster ship. Cause yeah.
Target destroyed.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Bow down.
And then, of course, have my ship there because that's a lot of firepower that I can't use. But you know what? That was a 2 hours worth of a video just to get to this point. I have a fair idea what I need to do for my next try. And at least it serves as a showcase of the game itself. It's a very interesting game. I like the idea. It's kind of like Homeworld
Target destroyed.
with the ability to build up your own ship and decide some of its firepower. Also, a lot of abilities too. I mean, I need a little bit more diversity on my force. I think something like anti-missiles, since they're firing a truck ton of missiles, I just need something that can shoot down the missiles. But I do manage to do a fair amount of damage though. You know, if I had my main ship there. Oh. Of course I'm being attacked.
He will lead the class. Command bridge under attack. Solar panel under attack.
Yeah, they're slaughtering my guy. Repair ship and all.
Need help.
Got one.
I did okay. You know, I did okay.
Target destroyed.
Light facility.
Those kind of big ships are good. So, I'm gonna call it a day here. I think I've done enough.
Command center.
You have a terrific day. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'm certainly going to try this game again. I'm certainly going to wish list it if I haven't already done so. Because I found this game
Bow down.
very interesting. It's a little bit on the slow go, I must say. First of all, the curve of learning how to do certain things is pretty high.
Nuclear power reactor.
But it's
under attack.
still a demo. I'm not even entirely sure it's in early access. I don't think
One more
so.
kill.
So this is just a showcasing what's coming. So
Enemy down.
I would just assume that they are going to adjust some of the things to make it a little bit. I would
Target
imagine
destroyed.
a little
Solar
bit
panel under
more.
attack.
I would say
Target
rapid
destroyed.
fire, but certainly increase the speed because it feels like there's some things that are a little bit on the slow side here. I will say this ship, even though it's almost down, really did a good job.
We're going down.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
It really has. If I had my ship there closer, I would probably be able to repair most of those guys.
Reporting for duty.
Research completed.
Confirmed. Entering formation. Understood.
Assault warship ready. Striker ready.
Acknowledged.
Mayday! Mayday!
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. On the move.
Let's see what you waste of
Enemy
this
detected in close
fleet.
proximity. Prepare for contact.
Heading there now.
Command unit lost.
Formation. On the move. Engage at will.
Research completed.
Target destroyed. One more kill.
Enemy down.
We're under attack.
standing by. Research completed.
One more kill.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class. One more kill. Container ready.
Target destroyed!
It looks like I am breaking this one apart. Must be those ion beams. Oh yeah.
On your command. Enemy down.
Construction.
My tiny ships are not doing so much. It's the big ones.
Command unit constructed. Maximum energy production.
Yeah.
Research completed. Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
Oh, really?
One more kill.
Research completed.
We're under attack.
Got one.
Yeah. Wipe it out, man. Wipe it out.
Enemy down.
Enemy down. One more kill.
Let's run. Container ready.
Those massive fat missiles. Although, supposedly they are bigger missiles that I can get.
Target destroyed. Constructed.
Enemy down. Enemy
Got one.
One more kill. Enemy down.
Structural. Constructed.
Got one.
I think they're toast, man. I think they're done.
Excellent work. Enemy command destroyed. The area is a new pilot class.
Oh, I won? Well then. I only had to destroy that one. That was the main base. There we go. I won. Cool. So, as you can see, this is a slow boiling kind of game. It takes a while to build up stuff. And there's way much more stuff that you can build. But I like it. This is very much the kind of games that I enjoy playing, where you have a wide array of choices to build your ship. I didn't understand the deployment. I thought that there was like a mining thing, but apparently as the mobile base for your guys to land and drop off stuff. So I thought that the ending of the episode that I made on Era 1 was a little bit, I wouldn't say lame, but it was kind of not showcasing all the stuff that this game can do. So I am showing you that. I have continued playing it and kept trying to figure out all the different components. So they had a blueprint system, which is here. There's existing blueprints that you can save and you can also adjust. So I started playing with those. But then I started playing with making my own things. So if you go here, there is this thing called the deployer. You research to unlock it. Once you do so, it's going to deploy kind of like a box. And from that box, you can build something like this. This is, I would say, my destroyer class, or maybe a cruiser class, which has one heavy kinetic weapon. It has the warp drive, so I can warp out of it. It has repair droids, just one engine, because I'm going to warp a lot with this. It has upgraded quantum power reactors. Underneath it has the bridge. And it has one defense field generator there, one defense field generator there, covering the entire ship. And then, of course, an assortment of these are anti-missile turrets, 3 of those. And then we have 2 nukes here on that side, 1 missile launcher, and this is just an autocannon, and that is a Gatling gun, point defense turret for fast-moving stuff. So that is essentially my cruiser class. A lot of defense, and then of course some armor too on some of the places. But that is what you can build from one tiny little box. And that box is right here in the front. Right there. That's the command unit. Now, obviously, it's better to have it in the middle, so it's more defended. Now, this is the base you start out with that you can see that I have built out a lot. I'm coming up against the maximum of 9,000 soldiers, or whatever you want to call them.
So the navigation system
I do have an heavy ion and heavy kinetic. I have an assortment of different defenses, point, whatnot, different places for them to dump off that. These extends to energy, and of course underneath, lots of built-out stuff. I also have 2 defense field generators. I put everything as far as building ships right here. And then in front, I have a bunch of turrets. These two can fire. Those are ion beams. And then I have a number of turrets underneath there, as you can see. Missile launchers, anti-missile, which are very good to have. Some Gatling, some kinetic, you know, an assortment of different close range. And that one on the side, I have more of the kind of point defense stuff in the case they go around. This one is pretty decent. Also, a warp drive. Warp drive, yes. If you want to get close to something quick, that's the way to do it. You can certainly just have these, but it's gonna be a slow pace. This is gonna be a snail pace. Now the nice things with all the things that has to do with bombers, fighters, and mech gun, those can all be put in your command center, so it acts like a carrier. These guys cannot. They're relatively fast, these particular ships. There are others that are not as fast. These defense platforms I started sending a while back because I wanted it to get there to do their job. I will probably get rid of them eventually and get a little bit faster ship that can do stuff. I'm thinking about this warship right here called a strike warship that can have a nuke. Nukes are slow firing missiles but very efficient. So just put some pulse turrets on it and then a nuke. This one can't have a nuke, but they can have missile launchers. And missile launchers, of course, you can have it on these ships too. Missile launchers is pretty good. Missile launchers, once you upgrade with something like this, a concussion missile will be able to fire missiles very far. So it's a fairly efficient weapon. I'm still waiting for this one to do the concussion missile, and that's gonna be it. Here we go. Now I do have one nuke on this one too.
We have reached the maximum storage capacity.
And I do have repair crews everywhere. You see all those missiles going out. And I do have anti-missile, so once they start getting missile cruisers, yeah, we fired a nuke basically against a little fighter. Yeah. Unfortunately, since my guys are flying around, there is a risk that they're gonna get hurt. But again, they're expendable. Here we go. That's the slow-moving nuke. We'll see if that's gonna hit. No, he hit, he decided to hit something. I don't think it was the actual... Yeah, I think he decided to go after something not important.
Reporting for duty.
You are gonna go back in there. In a case I start running out of space. But I don't think I have enough people for that. I'm at 8923. Man, look at the carcasses. And I am running out of resources. So let's get
One more kill.
these guys out.
Target destroyed!
Got one. Research halted. The resources at our disposal are depleted. Gather more. Foe down!
Foe down.
Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
Standing by.
Command center is at your service.
Awaiting orders.
Look who just arrived.
Awaiting orders.
Your ships will be ours. No mercy for the weak.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed!
I'm ready, Commander.
Let's get in with nuking distance
On your command.
and use my heavy weapons.
Got one.
Confirmed.
And I'm out of resources, so let's go ahead
Got one.
and get these guys out.
Got one. One more kill.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Awaiting instructions. We're under attack.
Target destroyed. Got one.
There are all of those.
Enemy down.
Got one.
Group 2
Make those
assigned.
two.
Got one.
Let's go pick up all the carcasses here.
Standing by.
Let's get closer.
Heading there now.
Firing missiles.
Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for
As you can see, I can fire and shoot down their missiles pretty good.
target destroyed.
There we go.
On your command. One more kill.
We're under attack.
Got one.
Enemy down.
Ah, the nukes are going off.
Foe down.
Target destroyed. I'm ready, Commander.
A little bit too high.
Got one.
Target destroyed. Enemy down.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Target destroyed.
That's as low as I have to be in order to get my heavy weapons into play.
Command center awaiting further orders.
One more kill.
Enemy down. Got one.
Now my heavy ion cannon is getting into play here.
A new pilot has been promoted. He will lead the class.
Target destroyed!
Foe down!
Enemy down. On your command.
The fire is nukes. That really is the best way to. Oh yeah. That heavy one is just zapping it.
Enemy detected in close proximity. Prepare for contact.
Your next fall, you can't escape our wrath.
Enemy down!
Got one.
Research complete. Target destroyed. Got one.
One more kill. I'm ready, Commander.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Let's go into nuke range. Know that there's the research that you can do.
Reach the maximum storage.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Collectors can't drop off resources. They are stored. We need to build additional warehouses.
Nice.
Research complete.
Okay, so this is an attack against the main force.
We
There
have
was a
reached the
long
maximum
right here.
storage capacity for
I
resources.
came from down below
Collectors
here.
can't drop off
I had to move
resources or
all
tanks.
the
They
way
are
up here.
in stall.
And
We
then
need to build
jump
additional
across a little
warehouses
bit
or
just to
resource
line up.
tanks.
Why do I think that's an issue? It's not an issue as a game per se. It's just that slow paced as it is, you have to be able to move three-dimensionally. You really do. Maybe there is a way, but I couldn't find a logical way of doing that. As soon as you want to move,
On your command.
like in this case, right? You want to move.
Command center awaiting
Like
further
that?
orders.
I don't see in the 3D. I don't see 3D movement. No matter how much I go down, it just stays 2D. Which means that you can't adjust yourself in a smart way to where you want to move
Container
jump.
ready?
because jump is the same way. It jumps in 2 dimensions, and you can set this one to say,
Command
if I
center
point
standing
towards
by.
this, you see the green arrow? It's going to move towards that. It's going to move close to that in 3
We have
dimensions.
reached the maximum
slowly.
storage capacity
But you
for
can't jump that
resources.
way.
Collectors
Um,
can't drop off resources
It's
or wrecks.
just
They are in
a
stall.
a
We need
bad
to build
way, I
additional
think,
warehouses or resource
when it
tanks.
comes to moving in the 2 most fundamental ways that are quick: warping, or you're setting a destination. And if you can't move in 3 dimensions that way, then the rest becomes annoying. It should definitely be a way to just set a point. Whether when you're here,
Reporting for duty.
like you have a command, like ship control, switch between auto, manual, directional control. Let's see if I can do it this way. No. See? Still two-dimensional. No matter what I do, no matter go up and down, it's two-dimensional. And it should be a way of doing that. I'll switch into an axis that is very simple to understand, where you can then just move up and down that way. That way you can adjust it accordingly. Just to make sure that you are at the level that makes sense.
We have reached the maximum.
And that's all I
storage
really
capacity
wanted to
for
say.
resources. Collectors
I
can't
moved
drop off
around the whole
resources or
place.
wrecks.
I like
They
this
are
scenario though.
installed.
That was a good
We need
scenario.
to build additional
You start pretty
warehouses
much
or
out
resource
there.
tanks. Container ready.
And then I moved to the base that they had over here. Then I moved to the base that I had over there. I jumped. But because of the fact that I couldn't move in a smart way, in my opinion, then it really became a pain. It really did. So if they could solve that for the final product, supposedly a July release date, I think it's a winner. And it's not that you cannot play the game as is right now. It's not like it just a little bit more finicky, a little bit more pain in the assy than it needs to be. Because that kind of movements are important. Also, I really don't understand why
Excellent work.
certain
Enemy
things are not
command
fighting.
destroyed. And the area
I really don't. He has stopped firing. It was just my first squadron. The ship's ready. He fired in the beginning, and then it was just like,
It's not the end.
I'm just gonna stop.
War is far from over.
We have reached the maximum storage capacity for resources. Collectors can't drop off resources or wrecks. They are installed. We need to build additional warehouses or resource tanks.
Awaiting.
Yeah, this one also stopped just firing. Anyway, I think that serves as a showcase of this game. I played it now over the weekend just to get into it. It's very slow paced. I wish there was a way of speeding up time. There probably is. I just don't know where it is. Because again, the interface is very heavy. Unfortunately, there's a pause button, but I haven't seen a speed up button that can speed up some of the when you're just grabbing resources and doing basic research. But it is something really cool. Let's return to the game here for a minute, where you can build your own ships like that. So your main base, build it any which way you want,
Container ready.
and then just build up a really cool one, make a blueprint out of it. So next time you play, you know exactly what to do. You just build a platform, you leave it blank, so to speak, until you have the research. Like, for example, you don't have that very early on. You don't have the heavy kinetic gun early on. And then just build the pieces that you know you have. Make that a blueprint and platform. And then just have it built. Just deploy it, and it's just auto-built. Of course, it could take a while. But, you know, that's what it is. Terrific game. I have so much fun playing it. I'm looking forward to the finished product. I'm looking forward to trying the different factions. Pirate faction seems to have some cool ships. I wonder how that's going to work for you. And there was another faction. I don't know what that is. But you can only play the Federation, I think they're called. So we'll see how the future is going to be for this game. It has a tremendous capacity. It is not a 4X kind of type game. It's a scenario-based game. So you have a bunch of maps, and I'm assuming there's going to be more maps over time that you can pick and choose from with different scenario setups. it gets pretty gnarly early on. Some of the scenarios are like that, they're on you very, very early. So you have to have a plan in your mind on how you need to get stuff done. Like, I always start with more crew
Ready.
and with research. Research, the first thing I research is nuclear power, because relying on solar power is not fun. And then from there, you start just building out. You're adding more fighters. You're adding more mech guns. So you have a little bit of screen that can deal with the first cut of waves. And then you have to start building up, because sooner or later, you're going to have those larger kind of ships getting at you. And the fact that you could build your own little large ship, I started out with this one just being a cube with 4 weapons on it. That's it. And then I just build it out to what you see here. And it's fairly efficient. I just wish, for some reason, they just stopped firing. I don't know if the game or if they don't have anything to fire at, but it's pretty efficient. 2 nukes. I will probably do more of a blend with missiles on something like this, but whatever. Whatever your tactics, you can just build it that way. And my main ship, yeah, that's pretty cool. Has a lot of stuff on it, as you can see. A lot of weapons, a lot of support. And next time, with the main game, I'm probably just going to make this one more of a support unit that can warp, that has just medium weapons, no heavy weapons, and then make a bigger, heavier weapon platform that kind of be the one that's assaulting these. And then have a number of sentries or something like heavier platforms to boost this one. So they just sit there and produce, unlock the mining dock, and dock the big rocks, or mine the big rocks, while this guy runs around and destroying stuff. So I'm thinking about maybe looking at building something like a battleship type that has 2 heavy of these weapons on the top, 2 weapons on the bottom, and then a number of smaller weapons that they're just there to destroy fighters and whatnot. And then a number of missiles, so you can just fire those big ass weapons, and of course a couple of repair pods too on each side. And it's just going to jump. It's just going to be jumping around places, taking out those other platforms, and then have a smaller force just guarding the main base. That sounds like a plan, man. I'm looking forward to it. You have a terrific day. You have a fantastic life. I hope everything goes your way. I hope the coming weekend and the rest of the summer is just going to be phenomenal. Strange days as there are, I hope everything goes your way. And as I always say, adieu.